Some folks made a Jesus who sounded more like power than mercy, more like Caesar than Christ. But I opened up the Word and I had to say, that ain't my Jesus, that ain't my Lord. They said he saw the sick man and asked about insurance, saw the stranger crying, said go back where you came. Saw the hungry reaching and counted up the cost, said my money better not be buying bread today. They said he blamed the poor man for sleeping in the dust, said the little children had to prove they were enough. Only my own people, only my own kind, only if your papers line up right with mine. But that ain't my Jesus walking by the sea. That ain't the Savior who came looking for me. He touched the leper, he fed the crowd, he lifted the humble, he brought mercy down. If it don't look like mercy, if it don't sound like grace, that ain't the Jesus with the nail-scarred hands. John was in the prison for calling out the throne, and this made-up Jesus said, should've left the law alone. A Samaritan woman came alone to the well, carrying shame in silence, no neighbor dared to tell. But real Jesus crossed Samaria with mercy in his eyes, offered living water and raised her up to testify. Mary came weeping where the stone had been rolled, and this false one told her, go back home and do what you're told. But our risen Lord called her, sent her out to proclaim, first voice in the garden, sent to speak his name. This is my Jesus walking by the sea. That is the Savior who came looking for me. He touched the leper, he fed the crowd, he lifted the humble, he brought mercy down. If it don't look like mercy, if it don't sound like grace, that ain't the Jesus with the nail-scarred hands. Satan offered kingdoms, power, crown, and fame, but Jesus said no in the Father's name. He chose the cross over Caesar's throne. He chose the lost and called them his own. Love your God, love your neighbor, that's the holy way. Feed the hungry, heal the wounded, walk in grace today. Jesus said it plainly to the holy men that day. You ignore God's own command to follow your own way. That word still keeps ringing through the church house walls when we preach his holy name. But don't answer mercy's call. Don't trade the cross for a flag or a sword. Don't dress up fear and call it the Lord. Don't build a kingdom he already refused. Don't claim his name while his heart gets abused. Give me the Jesus, walking by the sea. Give me the Savior who came looking for me. He touched the leper, he fed the crowd, he lifted the humble, he brought mercy down. If it looks like mercy, if it sounds like grace, that's the real Jesus with the nail-scarred hands. So here's the question, friend, before the music ends. Are we following Jesus Christ or just a Jesus for our own gain?
That's my Jesus,
That's my Lord,
mercy and compassion
forever.